So we have a Hyundai Elantra. Customer brought it to us to kind of complete a started project for them. The original engine did not, well, it did make it, so they decided to go the route of getting a K-series engine implanted, and this is a CRV, I think it's a CRV K24. But what we've done is to try and mount it as best as possible. So we have I told him to get a K-series mount kit from I think it was an EK that we got the tower from. So this tower is from a EG K-swap kit, and we used it to kind of cut it, notch some places. Here they had the original mount points. Right here they had the original mount points for the mount, engine mount. So we took those off and actually put the tower here. It's not welded in as yet, but this is just some test fitting. We have some points we need to tack, so we're going to tack here, and on the back part, on the back side, on this here. Also there's a strip here that we need to also tack down. So we have that in place using the existing mounts, the mounting point. So this is the mount bracket that came with the engine, and we are going to be tacking this in. Now the engine is just sitting on some blocks, so we have it set in a position that we want to keep. And on this side we have the transmission mount. We also need to clear off some more of this. We took off some more mount points that were here. So there's one here, and there was another one here, something similar to this that was on this side, so it came up like this. What we're gonna do, we'll take this off, we're gonna cut off some more so that we have a square point on the chassis. Then we're going to put the we also need to raise, I'm gonna use some angle iron here, cut this off and set it flush against the side of the chassis there, and then put this onto here. So these are pieces of the kit that we actually had to cut and fabricate to make it work. So we have one point here that has a stud in it, and the other, hold on, I'm gonna do the bolt. Oh, here it is. And the other one is going to be bolted into the transmission like so. Yeah. So once that is in, we're gonna test fit everything before we start welding. We're gonna put everything together. I think we need to raise the engine just a little bit more, or lower the engine a little bit more, but this needs to be well into the leg, and then we're going to weld this on top of it, and then sit everything down on the sides. Now on the back, they already did they used the existing mount for the Hyundai, and they welded a plate onto the I think there's a plate there that's bolted onto the back of the engine or to the transmission that goes to the mount on the Hyundai, and then from there we will just, well, we're not going to trouble that mount. That mount is pretty much done already. We haven't wired anything as yet, we're just putting things together, and this is just a test fit. Couple things need to be redone. The transmission cable, which is this cable, they actually ran it under, it's connected to the transmission now, but it's gone under it's not run properly, because right now the angle of the cable is just a little bit too tight. So I'm gonna try see if we can fix that, and also readjust the exhaust manifold. He bought a DC5 exhaust manifold. That one carries the exhaust through the tunnel here. So we're gonna use that as our template, and then try and see if we can cut and shape the exhaust manifold to go down and meet the current exhaust pipe. So that's pretty much what our job is, and then from there we can start doing the plumbing, and then the wiring of the car, then get it started and everything. But this is pretty much a project that we're working on now. Had this car probably about 2 weeks now, and so far we've been cutting, test fitting, getting the parts together, so that we can start putting things now. So we're at the point of getting the things welded, so we can at least tack them in place, see where everything sits, tighten up the mounts, and then go through and do our final welding in the, you know, so that we can finalize the mounting of the engine. But so far we have some good things working with, and we're gonna continue to build on this so that we can finalize this. Alright guys, so we're back today again in our old clothes, because we're gonna do some welding and cutting and all of them. So I'm going to weld in the mount plates here, and then Kerry guys can show you what more really going on. Alright guys, so we'll close off here. So today, so far what we did, we got, let me show you what's happening. We got the next way, yeah. So we got the transmission mount kind of situated. We also added another plate to catch this third bolt for the third stud for the transmission. So we're gonna have 3 mounting points. We also cut short the bracket on this side so that it's more closer to the chassis leg. And now tomorrow when we come in, we're just gonna weld the plate together, bolt in everything snug and everything, and then weld the plate together, and then that should take care of this side. On this side, made some minor adjustments. We actually slide in the bolt, just ensure everything is center and snug. We're gonna put a washer there, and also we catch the 2 bolts on the engine. So that's now lined up. All we need to do now is just finalize the welds on the mount. So welding everything from here, coming down, catch here, all the way down here, and then on the inside we do the same thing. Come all the way to the seam, round to the end, and then come back up to this side, and let's weld everything in place. Right? Alright, so good progress. We kind of took a little break because we had some challenges with the, you know, electricity coming and going. Well, we are overloading the circuit because we're welding. So we basically to give it a little break, and then we kind of stopped for a little while. But we made some good progress on this side. I'm just going to weld everything in tomorrow, and hopefully everything should be ready, snug and tight, steady and firm.